Welcome to this YouTube channel Learn Quick. I am Sharif here for a video lecture on projection of solid hexagonal pyramid freely suspended. To draw this problem, we need to refer our previous video lecture projection of solids position number 71 of solid type 12. To view the video, the link is available in top right corner as well as in the description of this video. So first we will divide this problem statement into three parts. Part 1. A hexagonal pyramid of base side 20 mm and axis 55 mm. So from this statement, we understand the solid type is of pyramid and shape hexagon. So the base side is 20 mm and axis height is 55 mm. In second statement, it is said it is freely suspended from one of its corners. So why we have chosen this type, that is the position 71 of solid type 12, so that we have kept a corner either in the right side or in the left side, so that it will be convenient for us to hold the corner and make this hexagonal pyramid to freely suspended. In part 3 it is said such that the axis is parallel to VP and draw the projection of solid when the hexagonal pyramid is freely suspended. So in this drawing, we already completed the step 1 and step 2 by referring the position number 71 from the previous video lecture projection of solids. I recommend you to watch the video. Now we will directly do the lettering of the corners and the dimensioning of this step 1 and step 2. So first we will start with the left side in the top view. So we will start with letter A, B, C, D, E and F, and the apex is going to be O. So now when you see this hexagonal pyramid from the front view, this A, B, C, D will be visible, whereas E and F are not visible, as well as F is exactly behind B and E is exactly behind C. So now I name the front view. A is visible, A dash, B dash bracket F dash, C dash bracket E dash, and finally D dash, and O is the apex here, O dash. Now let's do the linear dimensioning. First I will dimension the axis length 55 mm and then the side length of this hexagon 20 mm. So to draw the arrowheads, I am using my engineering template to maintain the ratio of 3:1. In case if you are drawing this arrowheads manually, make sure it is in the ratio of 3:1. So the height of this hexagonal pyramid is given as 55 mm. So I write here 55 mm, and the side length is given as 20 mm. I write 20 mm. So now we have completed the step 1 and step 2. So now it's time to move for the step 3. So in step 3 we are going to make this hexagonal pyramid to freely suspend. So whenever I freely suspend, I need to find the CG of this solid. So we all know the CG of a pyramid, the center of the pyramid lies at 1/4 of the distance from the base in the axis. So the axis is 55 mm. So if I calculate the 1/4 of it, then it will be approximately 13.75. So measure 13.75 and dimension your CG also. Again I use my engineering template. And I write this as 55 by 4. Okay, so since I'm going to freely suspend this hexagonal pyramid by holding the corner, I'm joining the corner D with CG, or if you're going to hold A and going to suspend, you can connect A and CG. So now I need to draw this D dash CG vertically upright here so that it's going to freely suspend. So for that, first I need to measure the distance between the CG and the D. So it's around 24 mm. So here I draw a line for 24 mm. So and I name this as D1 dash, and this I name it as CG. So now it's time to find the remaining points. So to do that, I will use my compass. So measure from D to O. Okay, so when you suspend this, it's going to get rotated anti-clockwise direction. So your D dash is here, so that the O dash will come down. So from D1 dash, make an free arc here. So now measure from CG to O. Similarly, from CG, make an arc to find O and name this point as O1 dash. Now with the help of my HB pencil, join D1 and O1. So next I need to find A. So for that I will measure from O dash to A, make a free arc, and then measure from D dash to A, make a free arc, and mark this point as A1 dash. Now with the help of your HB pencil, again join A1 dash to O1 dash, and then A1 dash to D1 dash. So now I got my CG and O1 dash and the base. So now if I join my O1 dash with CG, so I can extend my axis line. So now I need to find the remaining points, the B dash and C dash. So from A and from D, make an arc, and I name these points as B1 dash bracket F1 dash and C1 dash bracket E1 dash. So now we have achieved the holding the corner D1 and making this hexagonal pyramid to suspend freely. When it's suspended freely with the CG, is going to be the vertical. The line connecting the holding point, the corner point D1 and CG, is going to be vertical. So, and I complete this step 3 by drawing the remaining edges O1 to C1 as well as O1 to B1. So after completing your step 3, so it's time to draw the step 4. So to draw the step 4, you need to project all the points from step 3 to step 4 and all the points from step 1 to step 4. So let's project all the corners. So to do this, use of your engineering drafter is recommended. project all the corners from step 1. Now mark the mapping points. O and O1 dash meets here, so it's O1. A and A1 dash meets here, so it's A1. B and B1 dash meets here, so it's B1. C and C1 dash meets here, it's C1. Similarly, we have D1. Here we have E1, and here we have F1. Now if we see from the top view, this hexagon is completely visible, and the slant line O1 dash and D1 dash is visible. Similarly, O1 dash, C1 dash, O1 dash, E1 dash are visible. So we will make all this as a visible line with the help of HB pencils. So first I will join the hexagon which is visible. So now I join O1 dash, D1 dash, which is visible from the top view, and O1 dash, E1 dash is also visible. O1 dash, C1 dash is also visible. So now if you see O1 dash, F1 dash, if I try to join this, it is inside the solid, so obviously it is going to be a hidden line. So when I see from the top view, those two edges will not be visible, so I need to join it with hidden line. Okay, so I used a dash line from my engineering template. And join O1 dash to F1 dash. So similarly, O1 dash to B1 dash is also not visible from the top view, so I join with the hidden line. And now if you see the slant edge O1 dash A1 dash, O1 dash A1 dash, which is also not visible, so I have to draw a hidden line from O1 dash to A1 dash, but already I have drawn a visible line O1 dash D1 dash here, so it's overlapping. So I'm going to leave from here to here. The rest of the line I'm going to continue with the hidden line. I hope this video was helpful to you. If so, do not forget to like the video, share the video and subscribe this channel with the bell icon. Thank you.